uncensored show for nerds of all kinds.
So, would you say that California does in fact know how to party?
Oh, for
In
sure.
the city.
For sure. For sure, dude.
I don't even know who sang that song. I just always went to California because I'm like big into the whole digitizing and the vocal effects and auto tune and things. So,
Yeah, little 2-pack.
But guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are going to be talking about Eric's trip to California. This is the first vacation that you have taken, like, as far as like being away from home, like, and then like having like an allotted amount of time. Like, probably I would guess not since like we went to Disney World or like Epcot and stuff when I was a kid.
Yeah,
you know.
So that is as far as like a vacation. I mean, like I've done a couple of things, but like flying, doing things, something like that nature. It has been. I was 17 years old. 25 years ago was the last time I've done anything like this.
Dude, I know I was just thrilled for you. You do. Like,
so,
it was great.
I went from not being on an airplane, traveling, doing anything like that for 25 years, and pretty much right back at it, balls deep into everything. Went from across state, like across the United States,
literally to the furthest point that you can go.
Damn near. Like if I would have gone a little more east, I would have been coast to coast, basically. That being said, I'm not gonna lie, flying was nerve-wracking and stressful.
I was really curious on how that was going to go for you. So
it's your mind sits there and says, this is scary, this is dangerous, when it really isn't. When's the last time you heard anything about like a flight having a problem or anybody crashing? Like
very rare.
It's very rare.
Yeah.
That being said, it's kind of like a fucked up roller coaster because my body wasn't used to, in my brain, like, oh my God, what's that noise? Why like when you're going down, I'm like, oh God. Well, you've got to come down. Like,
did you guys get turbulence at all?
Oh, well, so yeah, the turbulence. So that's what I'm saying. Like all these like motions and things were like, I'm like, oh God. And then I'm like, okay, we're good. It's a plane. We did. So like the turbulence that I experienced was none of the like drop, like, which I know you can have.
Yeah.
The turbulence we had was the
swaying and
not even that hard, but like that's probably about like you just kind of move back and forth. And when I would close my eyes, like when you're in like a box truck or like a really big van, you're on the highway and like it's windy, like so your cabin kind of like moves. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
When you put yourself in that mindset, at least for me, it helps. I put on my first, so my long trip was both after Detroit. After Detroit to go to LAX and LAX to go to Detroit. So it was about a 4-hour flight.
So that's good that they had you at the same airports for like you're essentially like to and from, So, which actually I am curious, guys in the chat, anyone that has flown, what's the worst turbulence that you guys have been through?
Yeah, I want to know.
Because I know for a fact there was a rally that I came back from that I had just downloaded Hogwarts Legacy and hadn't gotten to play it. And as the turbulence was going nuts, like again, like you think you're tough until you're 14,000 feet in the air and that happens. But that whole time I'm like, oh my God, I'm never going to play this game, because it was like for like a solid 10 minutes, it just didn't stop. So I was curious with your trek across the country, how that was going to go, because you have much more time for there to be like weather patterns and like different things. And like, this is the first time, again, you've flown in 25 years.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. It was definitely interesting. It was not something that I don't enjoy it. I'll be very honest with you.
It's not fun.
I will do it to go see Haley. I would do it to have vacations from time to time. But I don't like it. It got easier when I came home. Arguably, flying home was a lot quicker because you're being pushed by the wind. Legit, I was in the air from Detroit to Cleveland for 20 minutes.
See, that's what I really like is whenever the rotation of the earth is doing its job for you.
Correct.
Yeah.
It took me an hour and 20 to get to Detroit from Cleveland. But that all being said, is that when I got to LA, she was like, "Hey, first of all, I'm sitting like this, right? I need to calm down.
One step at a time.
My flight in the first time in 25 years, awful, because I get to Cleveland Airport at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. My flight's at 6. So, hey guys, we have a little problem. The brake sensor is. I thought he was joking. I thought we had a funny pilot. Ha ha ha. He
It's
said,
the one thing you don't want as a pilot with a sense of humor.
correct. Talking on some, the brake sensor is too hot, saying the brakes are too hot. Mind you, it is 8 degrees outside. That's when I knew, yeah.
Y'all, I almost lost that there, dude.
I know, I saw it. He goes, yeah, we're experiencing a little trouble. And we're all like, what? We didn't even, all we did was, we literally sat down.
So you guys didn't even leave Doc?
No.
Okay, yeah.
Again, glad, because he was even like, this is nothing, and it's going to be nothing but paperwork. This motherfucker tells us all we may have to deboard, and which we did, because there was one maintenance crew for the entire Cleveland airport.
What?
Let me say that again. One maintenance crew for the entire Cleveland Hopkins International Airport. International means huge. That's what it's code for.
Oh, shit.
They had something else they were working on prior, so we weren't even the first one.
Yeah. There had to be either people that either like weather or sickness or like whatever. Yeah.
3 hours later, I'm finally getting on my flight. This is not a great start to the first 25 years of flying. But no, so we all heard what happened after that, like, and the fact of, like, you know, getting there and some turbulence and stuff. But
well, before you get to that, I am curious, like, during that 3 hour time that you were doing stuff, did you like hit up a restaurant at all?
we got smashed.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, that's like when we've had times where we've been delayed, especially going to rally. I know it was 1 year that Sam and I, one of my coworkers, we went over to the Great Lakes Brewing Company, got lunch, and just had a couple beers and just waited. So, you know, it's kind of like it's like it sucks because you want to get out of there, but in the same hand, it's like, well, apparently God wants me to have something wonderful, you know. So it's
yeah, and about that time, the Eddie started kicking in too. So I had about 50 mgs of some edibles kicking in, and I was like, fuck it, I'll go get some beer. It's 7 a.m. So
I think airport, that time doesn't exist there. You just drink whenever you want to. So
that $13 Mick Ultra never tasted so good. I'm serious, dude.
Oh shit.
So we finally get there. We're fine. I'm fine. I get to Detroit, right? I get to Detroit, have one more drink. I go live. Some of you probably saw that. Whatever, had a great time. I'm pretty sure my bartender's name was Amanda. She was awesome. Going to LA, I'm sitting like this. I'm in the middle, right?
Oh yeah.
So first of all, about hour 2:15, there it is. There's those 2 beers and the tequila that I had at Detroit.
Oh no.
Hey man, hate to do it, I gotta piss. He was like, it's cool. So we get up. I go take a leak.
To a complete stranger.
I was like, hate to do it, man. You gotta move. So now let me set the rest of the scene for you.
Wait, hold on. Bloody Nails says Eric was at the same bar as Ozzy.
Yes. Yeah. The same woman served Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, you're not kidding, like legit.
No, she felt bad because she couldn't tell if he was just being Ozzy or if he would, because she wouldn't serve him. She had somebody else serve him because she thought he was wasted.
Oh no.
He thought it was hysterical. Jack Osbourne came the next week talking on some, oh no, we all got a big laugh out of it.
Oh,
she served him.
That's funny. Okay.
Because they have a rule at that airport. You do, if somebody comes in and puts knuckles down like on the bar, you don't serve them.
Really?
It's drunk mentality. Like you're
sure.
And he was just coming through but he did that knuckled.
He was old and had Parkinson's. Like he was exhausted.
Yeah. So I'm in this plane right after all this drinking, all this stress in the morning. Ain't been fine for 25 years. Edibles kicked in, pissed off, and all I've had is beer for breakfast. I sat like this for hours. I went, oh, dude, just stress sweat. Something
Really?
awful. Oh, it was bad. I messaged Haley and was like, the moment I get off of this plane, I'm going to the bathroom, washing my pits and swapping my shirt. Dude, it was bad. I kept it like this because I did not want to waft.
Right,
Waft nobody.
What do you think was affecting you more? Do you think
Flying.
it was more, well, no, I'm saying like, so it's like the
All around the 5-hour flight.
okay, so because I didn't know if it was one of those, maybe it was like your edible just messed with you hard,
No.
or if it was, you know, it's like, I mean,
No,
if it was
it-
like you were too high, too drunk,
No,
whatever.
it,
So,
it
yeah.
wasn't high, drunk, nothing. I argue that my edible and my drunk, my I don't mean drunk, but like my alcohol buzz was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It was just the fact of I had nobody with me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm by myself, and I am trying to grit through the movie like to just get through it.
Yeah.
And every little, and I'm like, oh God. And then it was, I'm never going to see Chandler again. Oh my God, I'm never going to play a video game again. Oh my God, I'm never. And then the fucking flight attendant comes over yeah, we are going to be experiencing some rough altitude and some. So for the rest of the flight, none of the stewardess are going to be up. So if you have to do anything, do it now, kind of thing. And I'm like, oh, fucking great. Nothing happened.
Really?
Nothing. I mean, again, a little bit of this, but like I'm waiting for this, and then the thing I was saying is that I know that what I'm trying to get through my mind is the ground's here in a sense. We're up here. Hit turbulence. Yeah, you are going to do this unless both your engines. You're not just going to plummet.
No.
You're going to readjust. My brain doesn't understand that.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not in the moment when you are in a capsule above the earth.
Correct.
Yeah.
And here's another thing. When everybody's in a motherfucking airplane and flying over, I don't give a shit if you're just going to die anyways. Why don't they have parachutes?
Oh yeah, I think it's what I've heard is that oh god, there was some movie with Wesley Snipes. I want to say it was him, but it was about a group of skydivers that they figured out how to skydive out of big planes. And what they were saying was Wesley Snipes' character, I'm pretty sure it was him, but he was like, so what? He's like, if you jump out of a plane, you'll still like just pull your parachute. And they said no. They're like, watch this guy when he goes out. It was one of those like really like smaller planes. Now it's a movie, but still.
Yeah.
Was that this professional skydiver went out, and when he hit the air, it threw his arms and legs out like super fast. And what they said is that with how fast that commercial airliners go, it would rip you apart if you jumped out.
Really?
It's because I've always thought that too. I'm like, well, no, everybody should at least have their own like parachute or something. But no, it's because like the cockpit and everything, it's so airtight from outside that like it's one of those like especially like how loud it is. Because of like how fast like the engines are going and everything, it's one of those like no like parachuting is not an option on those. Like it's one like you have to be like in a specific of like type of plane, or like you have to be in one of the military ones that has the door that opens up in the back.
Oh shit!
You know, so yeah. So
like
that could be completely full of shit and could be just for the plot of the film, but that's what I've always heard. So
Passenger 57. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, Passenger 57.
Okay, yeah. So
But like, so flying is not ideal. I'm doing it again in March. Shar and Rage Rage is actually stopping, I believe, like a day or two before we go on when. Like he's going to be here like Monday.
oh, so
and
like
then
be here.
Yeah, and then we're gonna fly together.
Yeah.
And go out, and
That'll
then
be a lot of fun. Dude.
yeah, and then do the whole like LA thing. So now that I gotten all the flying done and some BS done, I get there. I see Haley. She's there at the gate.
Isn't that great?
It is. Now, here's the cool thing. I'd have to check a bag. Yeah. So my assholes live forever duffel bag.
Yeah.
Plenty enough. Didn't have to check it, and I found I can take a book bag to carry with me in the front. So like,
you do get a personal item. Yeah.
So I didn't have to check anything. So I'm through luggage. Both times, Cleveland and LAX, dude, straight through security. I was in LAX security for 5 minutes.
Oh wow.
I walked straight through Cleveland.
Now, were there a lot of people and it was moving fast, or was it just kind of like bare and you just had a bunch of room?
Bare.
Really? That's wild.
Dude,
I would not have thought
Cleveland
that.
Airport. Granted, it was 3 a.m. I took more time getting my driver's license out than I had to wait. But LAX again was about 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
There was about 10 people in front of me.
Yeah.
And that was it. So I had time, but so anyways, like I said, finally land. We're in LA. See Haley, get my bag. Run into a guy who was on the same flight. He's from Ohio. I don't know if you're watching. He might be watching now, but got his socials. He was actually in town for like, he has a band. He was doing some things. He was getting ready to go do recording with the singer from Alien Ant Farm.
Oh my God.
And then was going to do some other like bar scene. Something that was, I forget who he said, like A Day to Remember. It wasn't them, but it was like something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get a hold of him, after like tonight or tomorrow, and just be like, "Hey, man, what's up?" He was going to be in until I think Friday. Like,
Yeah.
like
So
tomorrow, like
shoot me
next
his
couple-
socials and stuff too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd love to see it. That'd be awesome.
So now, guys, where I went to California was not Los Angeles. We stayed in Los Angeles for one night. Now, again, remember, I was 3 hours delayed. Haley lives in a town called Bakersfield, which is about an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on traffic, right? Away. So she was awesome, gave me a very good bucket list number. Because, guys, this was a bucket list, California in general, but a bucket list Los Angeles experience, right? She got a hotel at the Shoreline or Shore Inn or something like that. I legit looked out my balcony window and saw the Santa Monica Pier and Beach.
When I hopped onto Coffee Time that morning and saw your view, my first thought always whenever I see that is, oh my God, it's Vice City.
Yeah.
You know, it has, again, it's not, it's more that I think Vice City was more based off of Miami. But
sure,
regardless, it has that vibe.
That
like
vibe.
every film you've seen with like, you know, Robert Downey Jr. or Mark Ruffalo or whatever, where it's like, holy shit, like they've shot everything here. You know, this is where, you know, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that's where the offices for Naughty Dog are. You know, so
probably
it's nuts. You know,
she was like, if you look down to your right, she goes, probably about 5 minutes to our right was Malibu. That was the only places we didn't go were Malibu, because we kind of forgot, just like drive through, and Compton.
Oh wow, yeah.
Because I was like, hey, how far are we from Compton? And she was like, I don't know, like 20 minutes. I'm like, oh, she goes, we'll go back when Rage is here. She's like, I will not be getting out of the car. I'm like, I will be getting out of the car. so
that's it. Never mind. Mom is here. Say hi to mom. So yeah.
But so with that being said, immediately we get out of the airport. She goes, all right, babe, what do you want to do? Do you want food or do you want a dispensary? I'm like, well, which is closer? Not 4 minutes from the airport was a dispensary. Walked right in, grabbed me flour and fucking, I think, a pen or something like that. Walked right out.
Yeah.
Dude, talking on some guys, we live in a recreational state.
Yeah.
California is very different, man. Now, not rules, but like kind of. Their eighths are real eights. We get fucking hosed here, dude, with like 2.8s and stuff like that for like quote Ohio eights.
Yeah.
She goes, I said, I'm looking for flowers, some bud. She goes, oh, right this way. Dude, it was beautiful in there. It looked like you walked into like Jared's Jewelers, but for weed. I'm serious, man. Just spotlights and music, colorful walls and perfect glass. And I was like, God damn, ooh, like it was one of those things.
I'm in the Ben and Jerry's of pot. Yeah. Right, yeah. The Bill Engvall, yeah.
She goes, well, we have our traditional, and that was just the name. Like they're like, I think maybe like their in-house stuff, if you will, lined with these beautiful jars and just all of these exotic, famous names. None of these triple OG green crack cheetah pisses. It was California Blue Dream, OG Kush, gelato. Wow. I said, let me see that gelato. And she goes, well, we have this. She's like, and we have pink gelato. And I said, you have pink gelato? And she goes, would you like to smell it? And I was like, oh. So she just handed me jars to look at it and smell it. And I went, you know, I'm going to go with the pink gelato.
Yeah.
Sold me on that one. I said, what's the damage? $35. I'm like, oh, it's on sale. No.
Wow.
I was like, I'm moving.
See, that's what, like when you were telling me the prices, I'm not well versed in them. I pretty much just pay whatever the forest gives me and then I go back, you know, then I just do my thing. But in the same hand is that like having at least some perspective to know that it's like, dude, like you can leave there with less, like paying less than $100 and have so much bang for your buck.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's insane.
When I was leaving, I went to go get a pen in my edibles, and Haley had to cover it because I didn't realize they were cash only, and I needed there was no ATM. But it was, I got a 2-gram pen of Blue Dream, a 6-pack of edibles that equaled out to 800 milligrams, so like 150 a piece. It came to after tax. So again, she was like, "Well, they tax hard." I'm like, "That's how they tax in Ohio." It was $50, but it was like 57 after tax. And she threw in like a gram and a half pre-roll. So I got a pre-roll too.
That's actually one of the things that I think is really cool is like when you spend over a certain amount that you just get pre-rolls. Like that is to me like it's almost kind of like it's the better deal, like, you know, rather than what you get with Sweetwater, where it's like, hey, here's a bag of candy. It's like, no, man, have a joint, you know. So it's wild.
That's kind of what it was. It's just the fact of, for sure, that would have been, I don't want to say double, but it would have been more than that in Ohio for that. Like, I can't get a 2-gram pen for under $40.
No, it's not gonna happen.
So
yeah,
for it to not even be on sale. Anyway, so like the weed, guys, of course, it's awesome. It's California, it's all that stuff. And it does kind of I don't mean it all smells like weed, but people are just blazing joint.
I imagine it's probably more of a freedom aspect feeling to it because I don't know, just like I come with the mentality that Detroit's cold. You know, like, so it's like that you're not gonna have it's like during all year round, you're not gonna have it. You know what I mean?
Because like when we walked down the Santa Monica Pier, it was dude was sitting there rapping, and it was like, "Well, I'm selling my mixtape and weed," and I'm like, "Bet you are." But you could just smell it. But no, so okay, like all of that, the California stuff out of the way. But no, we finally get to the hotel. Valet parking. I have it with me. My key card was wood. It was a wooden key card. Yeah, dope.
Did not know that was a thing for a valet. All right, that's pretty cool.
But so just everything. We went down. So again, we started kind of late. We ended up going out and just kind of kicking it for the night. And we went to Bubba Gump's restaurant. So we hit the pier and kind of saw some stuff. And then I was like, well, let's just go get like some appetizers and a drink. Like, let's get a drink for the night. So that's where we went. I got some souvenirs. I got a mug and some shirts and stuff, but got some good footage. And we went back up, went to one other bar, and then just kind of went to the hotel room. Hotel room was beautiful. It was enough. Like I hate when you're just like, why do I have all this room? Like I'm not staying in there. Like I'm going to sleep in there.
It's very luxurious.
Yeah. But the next day is when we did the kind of like we finished up a little bit of the Santa Monica area and stuff, and then we went and did all of LA. So like I went down to the beach and stuff. We had until like 3 p.m. that we had to leave. We had to get the car from the hotel. So all the beach and stuff was right there. So I went down and got the typical like feet in the water video and all that crap, and just kind of took it in, hitting my pen, just seeing the scenery, man. Like this was so different from even like Lake Erie and you know, like all this stuff and or even Maine. Like I have not seen a beach like this, a real beach, in 25 years. And all the houses that were like up off of it, and just like all I could see was the water even on the horizon. Like it was really cool.
Yeah.
So once we left all that and decided to hit Hollywood, go to fucking Hollywood, man. Let's go downtown. I got to see Kyle. I got footage and drove through Rodeo Drive, Sunset Boulevard, Long Beach. Like I got all these places that I've seen, heard in songs, seen in movies, people talk about, the things that people they strive to go do and see. Man, it was so cool. I went to Hollywood. I got to see the Dr. Dre Walk of Fame star and a whore. Like, yeah, dude.
Living large.
Living large, man.
Dude.
But no, all joking aside, like going through, drove through Beverly Hills. So like I said, the only thing we didn't do was Malibu, Compton. Those were just kind of like on accident. And then Bel Air. Because I was like, hey, where was Bel Air? And she's like, it was kind of like behind Beverly Hills. It's like up. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But going down to like the Walk of Fame, like downtown LA, that was so cool, man. It was really nice to see that like I wasn't the only fucking idiot trying to do it, because it's a tourist spot, but like a lot of people live there.
Yeah.
There was so many people doing the same shit. So like I didn't look out of place. The shops, the things, the stuff to do, I felt were pretty reasonably priced for like tourist traps and like, souvenirs and things. But like Bubba Gump, I went and got like my shirt, a mug, The shirt was $25. It's what I pay at Spencer's.
Right. Yeah.
The mug was $18. It's what I pay at the store.
I mean, I always figured just from what I know about the workforce, at least for like the, corporation that I'm a part of, when they were talking about, they had this one gentleman that moved out there to like have a different position and stuff. And I'm ballparking, but it was like they gave him, $40,000 extra a year. And I was like, oh, dude, that's a hell of a pay raise. Hell yeah. And he went, no, that's for cost of living.
Yeah.
And that's when it hit me. And I think I asked the guy, again, this is ballparking, but I was like, man, I'm like, so the house that you paid, he's like, what was it a month? He's like, almost $3,000.
Yep.
And it's such a different environment in every way, especially financially. So like,
well,
I think it's cool that it seems like they're conscientious of like people that are coming through that are from like different economies.
I think that's part of it. It was, so I actually didn't spend a lot of money on like souvenirs. I actually got a permanent souvenir I'll talk about in a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But so that all being said, like all of the bucket lists that I've ever wanted to do since I was probably a teenager, Haley did. Like big props. I've been saying this, but big props and thank you to Mom, Mike, and Haley, because Mom and Mike are the reason why Chandler got to school, I got to the airport and got home. Yeah. Haley is the person that fucking toted my ass around with the $5 gas prices, drove me around Los Angeles and Hollywood fucking hours on end before we even drove home to her place.
Yeah.
Just so I could get the experiences. At one point, she was like, oh, shit, I forgot to. All right, let me just hook this left so we can go this way because we forgot to do one thing.
I love that, dude. That's so cool.
And she was like, well, no, like you've never been. Like we can, because I was like, it's not a big deal. Like the only thing I honestly, guys, that I'm really trying to think that I did not get a clip of, talk about, stand in front of, go do was, it was only because she was late saying it was coming up, was the Viper Room where River Phoenix OD'd and that Johnny Depp owns.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And it wasn't the Laugh Factory. It was the other one.
Oh, is it the Mothership?
It might have been.
Was it the Joe? Well, because I can't remember if Rogan has that based out of California or Texas, but there's a few that are named.
There was like one or two things that I was like, I was like, it's okay. Because one of those like, what could turn? I'm like, don't turn around. Mm-hmm. Like, I'll see it again.
Yeah.
But, so doing all that, and like I said, having that experience was so cool. The Hollywood sign, driving around, doing funny things, just seeing sights, seeing road names, things like that.
Oh, she said it was the Comedy Store. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay.
I know that one. Yep.
So, not to just blow by LA, but like the Los Angeles thing was incredible. I want to go back. I'm excited to go back again to like spend the night with like Rage and Shar and stuff, but just to do some more experiences. But here on out, I don't want to be like in LA like that. It's for vacation, like for somebody like me. Like,
yeah.
Arguably, unless like we were to go do something and it was like, oh, woohoo, party all night. Like I'm not staying in LA. Like I'll go,
right?
But I'll come home. I'll leave.
Yeah.
But doing everything else, going to Bakersfield, having the drive back, like seeing those sites was so eye opening. And what was really cool was Haley said something a couple of times where, because all this time, and even we do it too, where she's like, it's LA or like it's California, like it's not. And I'm
it's
like,
nothing for her. Yeah.
Right. But when I think when I explain something in the fact of like, you get to wake up every morning, and even in the middle of winter when we had legit 11 inches of snow, it was 70 degrees here.
Mm-hmm.
You have legit oranges growing in your backyard with peaches, lemons, and limes.
Mm-hmm.
You have palm trees all year round. Yeah, it might be fog, but you have sunny skies. I get that it gets to be 109 in the summertime. Stay inside where your air conditioning is.
Yeah.
She ended up admitting, she was like, I'm seeing things through fresh eyes again, and it's kind of awesome. like just how like impressed I was and how much fun I was having, or like it just I was like a kid in a candy store. Mm-hmm. I've been wanting to see this my whole life, and even with like going to her house and driving, it was the mountains around me, dude. Mm. It was that smell, that California sun. It was all of those things that I was taking in. And then, my God, all the cool food. all the cool restaurants and things like that.
That's actually what I'm very curious about is what is the food like in LA? What's like, I mean, because I've had like with random trips with different things, I've been to like some steakhouses or I've been to like, like places near like the Santa Monica Pier or different stuff, but I've never been to like, the ethnic places, like go get some Mexican or go get like, like some Chinese or some Japanese food or like, like some pho or whatever. But like, it's like, as far as like what you guys had. So I'm curious as far as like how everything tasted. What was it like? Was it better? Was it, extravagantly better?
We didn't do this time around. We did not do any of that stuff. So guys, I did not have any of the like authentic Mexican. I did not have any of the like stuff like that. The only thing that I did do was they had kind of like their own, I guess you could say like locally famous type thing, was a place called Luigi's.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Now that was also at her parents' when we had like the gathering. So as far as that went, no, not this time around. We were actually going to save some of that for like Char and Rage as well. But what I did do, guys, I got a lot recorded for the Detour and for Toasted Reviews. So I did Del Taco, In-N-Out, Jack in the Box, and Wiener Schnitzel.
See, In-N-Out is something I'm very excited not only to see myself, but I think that that's going to do well.
So In-N-Out, man, guys, watch them. Now, these were also very different Toasted Reviews for a couple. I'm out of my own environment, so I wasn't in my studio, and I don't mean she was just like over me, but like somebody was watching. Like it was you're in a different zone. Like I didn't have my lights, I didn't have my microphones. It was all these things, right? But I did it. That's the point. Is I did it. Dude, I think Wiener Schnitzel might be my favorite.
Really?
Well, okay.
It's because I've not had it, so that's
when it comes to California like fast food, In-N-Out, Jack in the Box. I don't mean like they're burger joints. So the only one I didn't get to do is because it's more an LA thing was Fat Burger. So I'll do that. I'll do that next time.
Yeah.
They basically taste like In-N-Out tasted to me like Wendy's burgers with all the McDonald's things like Big Mac sauce and things and the pickles and things.
So you got them animal style?
Yeah.
Okay, good man.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I got my double animal style. So it basically tasted like a Dave's Double with a Big Mac on top of it. So like the burger itself, like all the toppings, like I don't know how to explain, like the burger and the tomato, onions, and lettuce had that very like Wendy's flavor.
Sure. Yeah.
And then the animal style made it taste like the Big Mac. So it was like the best of both sides of what I enjoyed. So it's not that they were just burgers, but it was like they were burger joints. The fact that Del Taco and Wiener Schnitzel for sure, I was like, holy shit.
Actually, in chat, guys, who all has had In-N-Out and what have you guys thought about it? So who all has been over
I
to
would
that
say,
side?
what would you guys say out of all those? Because Del Taco is, I always thought it was shitty. Do you remember the scene in Big Bang where Leonard's mom was in town and she goes out with Penny and he was like, "Are you drunk?" And she's like, "I hope so, because why else would we have stopped at Del Taco?" Like, because it was, I thought she's mean because like it's gross. Like you have to be drunk to eat it. Which is fine. It's like that whole Taco Bell thing, right?
Oh, Taco Bell's fucking fire when you're loaded.
Correct.
Yeah.
Dude, Del Taco, do you know how like we compare like Chipotle as like the higher, like the better quality Taco Bell?
Yeah. Del
Taco is for sure like the legit higher quality Taco Bell.
No shit.
Because when I got the one that's like mega, it was new, but like the L something chicken grilled burrito, man, it reminded me of the double XL stuffed burrito. It had that same flavor, that like the beans, the rice, but I could taste the difference in the quality of like, this is Taco Bell, but if Gordon Ramsay made it type thing.
Yeah.
That's what it was like.
Somebody gave a shit. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So for me to be impressed by that, and a fucking hot dog place for Wiener Schnitzel, I thought the place was fake. I thought Harry from Dumb and Dumber was just saying something stupid or made up a name.
See, even when you had it for the title as one of the coffee times, I thought it was just like a funny, like, off color, title. But it's like, okay, no, it's a legit thing.
Remember when he was like taking him to Mutt Cuts, when he was like, who had the wiener schnitzel? And he's like, foot long. Who got the foot long?
Yeah.
They were getting wiener schnitzel. I thought he was either A, they were making up a name for a hot dog place in a movie, or he was just too stupid to say the right name.
That's funny. Okay.
So when we passed it the first night, I was like, wiener. I'm like, that's a real place? She goes, yeah, it's actually pretty famous. I'm like, well, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's a small menu. Like you could you could almost get everything on the menu the first time. I would have shit a fucking tube the next day.
It's a terrible idea for your intestines.
Yeah, Pringles can would have come out the next day, but but no, that one, man. You think it's going to be like the hot dogs on the rollers at 7-Elevens? It is, but like because they got that good like blister kind of skin like that on the roller, but it's fresh.
It's not been there for 3 days. Yeah.
Right. So guys, the food, the things, the hypes, the stuff like that. Even with me having to set up every single time and get home and it borderline be cold when I had these fast foods, they were delicious. Guys, they were delicious. I will say, I will give Haley the one upper hand on what she said and not what she meant. The first night I went to go get In-N-Out, Kyle, I'm not joking. Okay, let's say here's the In-N-Out, and then here's to get into the drive-through. It was wrapped around, out and around, back over here to come in.
Oh yeah.
I'm not joking, 70 to 100 cars.
Yeah, you might as well bring an audiobook and just chill and just and crawl along. Yeah. I was very curious to see what your experience with that was going to be.
Different. So I was smart. I ended up getting it 2 days later, like right before dinner, because dinner time in California is my 8 o'clock time to go live.
Sure. Yeah.
So when I'm ordering food at 4:30, people aren't getting dinner yet, but it's also 7 o'clock for me in Ohio. So I can now be home, get the stuff, and then. But what I'm getting at is that day we were in and out in like 10 minutes. But what she was saying is that she was like, In-N-Out is super overrated. Not that it's not good. She's just like, this is ridiculous. And she's like, it's everywhere. It's not just this one or not just LA or not just by the air, but it's all of them.
See, what's interesting to me is that I think it was on the Hot Ones episode with Gordon Ramsay, was that they asked him about In-N-Out. And he has says that he loves it.
It's good.
That was also the same thing where he said that they say that they don't like. Oh no, we got it. It's like free of charge. Like no, guys, like I want to pay.
Yeah.
Or like they want to like take a selfie quick, or they want to do certain things. So, but yeah, it's just it's one of those that like I've never regretted having In-N-Out. I think it's just, to me, it's one of those that In-N-Out is only special when you animal style the stuff. It's like, because that's what makes it such a different thing. Now, is it different from any burger that's ever been made? No. But it is its own thing. Especially when you get your fries animal style.
Yeah,
that's
what I got, because she's right. She's like, that's what I get from them. She's like, if not, they're just regular gross fries. I saw somebody say the In-N-Out's a little greasier for them, but they do like Del Taco. Maybe I just got lucky. I'm with the exception. Jesus, I couldn't get that out. Exception of the what was it, protein style, where I got the lettuce. That one was kind of greasy, but I think maybe the bun wasn't kind of soaking up some of the grease.
Sure. Yeah.
I actually was waiting for In-N-Out and Jack in the Box to be greasier.
You would think.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I'm banking on Fat Burger's going to be real greasy.
Yeah. It's because it's almost like, no, it's like you get a good juicy burger.
Correct.
Not a drenched one. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was also where I was at with that whole Del Taco, where I was waiting for it to be like just fucking hole in the wall bar food style, greasy, immediately lube my asshole and have to shit. Like, dude, yeah. Ironically, not to be gross, guys, I eat pretty clean. I really didn't get messed with because I ate fast food every day. We really only ate that though, and then like snacked a little popcorn or oranges basically, because that's what I had for dinner.
Well, see, and that's the thing, dude, is that because again, like when you're talking about vacationing and the fact that you haven't done it in so long, I mean, number one, this is a peg in the board where you can look at it and go, hell yeah, dude, like let's start a tradition, or like not saying California is like where you guys go, but but in the same hand, it's like, dude, you got to experience, number one, like, did you work? Yes, you went live, but you didn't do the typical working thing. We backed up
Everything,
all
yeah.
of our reactions to come
Yep.
out and like different I was working on Detour stuff, whatever. Like, so like content's getting made.
Thank you, by the way.
No, dude, I've been having such a good time with it. Like, not to veer off of the California thing, but dude, I actually just started. I'm on page 2 of my review, or my, I don't know if it's really a review, but it's the did the Shining need a sequel?
Oh,
You know, so it's like, because I'm approaching it strictly from the books, you know, because we've not watched Doctor Sleep yet, so it's one of those I wanted to, like, you know, take in the book first before it's like, you know, going from there. So you can open your Sprite, you're fine. So no, but yeah, it's just doing the videos and stuff, like it's not really been work. I mean, like, the editing is kind of like taxing in some ways, but
Sure.
dude, like, it's been so much fun. Like, I've got a whole brand new mic setup now where the mic's not even in the camera.
Oh yeah, I saw
You know?
that.
Yeah, so I mean, it's all those things, man. Like, I'm enjoying the shit out of it. I'm having fun. You guys can't see it off camera here, but I've got all 22 books I want to read this year. I am actually on my 5th book for January. So
Okay.
yes, I'm reading a book. It's called Ghost Story by Peter Straub. Peter Straub is a writer that Stephen King has collaborated with. They worked on a trilogy. It was the one book Mom talked about. It was called The Black House, which I guess some guy got bit by some kind of wolf or whatever, and then he started to melt down the drain and stuff. Like, the story's fucked. But this was the one book that actually terrified Stephen King when he read it. So
yeah.
I gotta know, you know. But
Yeah.
that's the thing, is I've got a natural excitement. All this being said, is that it's like, no, man, like, doing the Detour stuff is like second nature now. Like, I mean, it's one of those, like, doing the normal Thursday recordings, you getting your solo stuff out, like, you know, like, different. It's like, it's completely, like, fundamentally changed my week in a good way, where it's like,
Yeah.
not like I'm being able to be productive. I want to be productive.
Yeah.
And that's what's
Same.
very different.
Same.
You know?
And that's where it came into me. Like, tonight, like, I'm probably gonna go home and either play more video games or watch a movie or something. But ironically, that's what's got me back into working again. Because, like, I know I got to go home. I have like 5 or 6 videos that I can do now for the Detour.
Yeah.
From being in California in
That's
general.
5 or 6 weeks of content,
Right.
you know?
So arguably, yes, I still did work, but no, you're right. Like, I had some time off. I got to
You got to stop, man.
I got to stop. I got to smoke weed in California and sit by a fireplace. I got to you know, just be next to my girl when I wanted to. I got to just sit where nobody in town knew who the fuck I was. And not that I get bombarded, but like, nobody's just like, hey, do you want to, or hey, I didn't check a social media. Like, I'm serious. I didn't
Isn't that the
post
best?
anything.
Yeah.
I didn't do shit. And what's weird is my days went so fast because we would go do things, and then but she'd be like, all right, babe, well, I know you got to go live because it's like 8, 9 o'clock. And then after going live, we would just kind of finish our night, like having some drinks, listen to some music, sit by the fire, or go outside, and then we go to bed.
Yeah.
And we do it all over the next day. So are we always going to have that much stuff to do? No. But we went grocery shopping a little bit. We did some, you know, things like that. We went and got tattoos, guys. That's what I was saying. One of the things I did, I'll show at the end, but when I said something about a permanent souvenir, was I didn't get a whole lot of things. I got Chandler something small, I got Alex something small, and then like a couple magnets, and like I said, a shirt. So I was prepped to spend hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
But ended up getting a tattoo, so we did that together one day. But we just vibed, and I got to be a part of her world. One of the cool things we did do was she took me by her plant, or not plant, but like her work. So guys, she works for the wonderful company that does like citrus and like the pistachios and then Fiji. Like they're all like together. So she works on the Fiji and like kind of drink side, if you will. Her mom works on the nut side. So like the pistachios and stuff.
Yeah.
So we're driving through, and she goes, oh, I guess I didn't think about this. This is pretty cool. She goes, here, this is all the vineyards and fields were all the pistachio. Like I just hundreds of miles and acres of just fucking. I was like, oh my God.
Because isn't that where like their main operation is all
Yes.
done out of? Yeah. So
Grown, harvested, planted, packaged, all of that, like right there. And then right before that, she goes, smell that? And I went, yeah. Before I could say, I was like, it smells like, she goes, this is the garlic field.
Oh shit.
It smelled so
Okay.
good.
Yeah, dude.
So
It
it was a great time.
Well, Crystal said she's like, we're dying to go to she's dying to go to the UK and Japan. I just got to get over the pond. That's my only dude. Actually, one of the things that we've been doing is we watch tons of things on YouTube, but where like you'll see like the specific types of like restaurants that are over in Japan and different things. They'll show like there's actually a rotating sushi bar that's in Ohio that we want to go to and different things. But dude, I mean that's the thing is that it's like dude, like we've got amazing girls. It's the fact that you got to not only experience this trip and got to do all the things that you did, but dude, like I think that this is worth it, just at least like acknowledging. It doesn't have to be a big conversation, but dude, you got to have a stress-free vacation.
Yeah.
You got to have a real vacation. Not like, what was it? I think Titus said it where he's like, when you have kids with you, where it's like, God damn it, Brian, stop jumping on the bed.
Yeah.
Don't open up the peanuts, $20. Your kids are killing me. It's the fact of like you guys got to be kid-free.
Yep.
Like you got to do your thing, got to enjoy, and that's like, dude, like I cannot stress like even from how I feel about it, which is like, again, that doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. It's the fact of like you doing your thing. But like, dude, I was so fucking happy and proud of you. Like the fact that you were just doing this, because I think that's one of the things that makes me look at what you and Haley have. And where it's like, no, dude, like you flew and you haven't flown in 25 years to go see that girl.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like that's so fucking huge. That's awesome.
I know. And she kept saying like, oh, I appreciate you doing this. It's like, there's don't need to appreciate. It was just because she knows I was like nervous about flying, but it's like, I don't mean to take away from either or, but it's like, I've been wanting to go to California, whether she was there or not.
Yeah.
So that being on top of it, like her being that, you know what I mean? It made that like something at the finish line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just in the fact of somebody that was from there, that knows a lot of the history and things about, the state or where we were at, and being able to take me places, talk to me, or give me history and whatnot. It was actually really cool. She even was like, Korn is from Bakersfield. She's like, Jonathan Davis is from right down the road here. He actually bought it. He actually used to live like a block away or something, like the next door from her parents. She ran into him a couple times at the one fast trip or what, stop and go for their local thing. But it was shit like that. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't just Los Angeles and Hollywood stuff.
Yeah.
Getting to go see the Hollywood sign though. Now I didn't get to do the like trail yet. We're gonna do that when Rage is here.
See, not that you guys wouldn't have a good time on your own, but dude, like adding Rage into the equation is just gonna be fucking incredible.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
But like seeing the Hollywood sign, that was probably one of the most iconic things for me. Number one, that's my nickname, guys. Apparently, that I've been dubbed as Hollywood.
And you've been there.
Now I've been there.
Yeah.
But
what the hell is Jason? He should be here right now.
Yeah.
This entire thing is gift wrapped and packaged for him.
Right.
Jason,
he's the reason.
If you're watching this after the fact, you need to comment Hollywood 3 times in a row. That's all I know that you've watched this far into it. Big bold letters. Caps lock.
So that all being said, like I said, we did that, like a lot of fun. It just like a lot of iconic things, and that's what it was. Is that finding out about history, where she told me, she's like, fun fact, did you know Alice Cooper owns the H? I was like, what?
The H in the Hollywood.
Yeah, so all certain celebrities own a letter because something about it needed renovation, and it was too expensive, and so they were just gonna like let it go.
Oh, geez.
And I guess Alice was like, well, how much is it to renovate? Like the H or like whatever it is, and it was something like $100,000 or whatever, and he's like, well, I'll just buy it, and we'll have it renovated. So like she said something. She explained some of the other ones. She's like Johnny Depp owns the O or like whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like different celebrities own different letters to keep it maintained.
It seems like being a part of that club where it's kind of like, look, man, I think that it's almost like Brad Pitt being like, no, man, I got it this year.
Yeah,
or
right,
something,
right.
It's which is very interesting about that kind of culture where it's like, what do you do? Oh, we just restore infrastructure for thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Basically.
So yeah.
But no, that's what I mean. Like I found out stuff like that. I would have never known that. I would have just been like, oh yeah, there's a Hollywood sign. But no, all in all, like it was it was great. Like when I did get to Haley's house, it was the legit typical thing, guys. I was shocked. I looked in her backyard. I looked to the left. I'm like, bitch, you got an orange tree? There was just oranges. And guys, I'm talking fucking softball. She goes, yeah, they're California oranges. Like the name. Like, I'm not kidding. The smallest one I saw was bigger than the normal size ones we ever get here in Ohio. I'm not kidding. And the skin was only about this thick. It was so. My dick's too big and my porn stars are too busty. I get it. They were so juicy. It was busting out of my mouth, and it did the gross thing where I could hear myself gulp because it was so much liquid. I picked an orange and had coffee every morning.
Really? Wow. You think you'll grow some oranges in your house? You know, it's like
no, because I live in fucking Ohio.
No, it's in the house. You know what I mean?
Maybe,
but she's one of them ultraviolet lights.
Yeah,
you know,
I'll just grow weed.
I know. Yeah, that's probably a better option.
She's got oranges, lemons, limes, and peaches, and I'm just sitting there seeing it all, and I'm like, "So you eat these a lot?" And she's like, "Not really." I'm like, "What?" I was joking, but being so, I'm like, "You got like hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of produce here." I'm like, "That's like $12 a bushel in Ohio, dude." Like, they were big. They were so much. I'm like, "This is so much food." But then I realized if you had it every single day, you'd be like, "Ugh, oranges."
Yeah, no more. Yeah, yeah. Right, yeah.
But the fact of every single person on that block and everybody, they all have oranges. They all have lemon. Like, that's what you do there. They're like little, what are those things called? The like crab apple trees here.
Oh, sure.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
So did she plant those? No. But like,
that's, to me, I think that's awesome that even like with all the conditions of the state, especially like how hot it gets, you know, and everything, it's the fact that you just have that. You know, and but again, I wonder, it's one of those, like, anybody that does keep up on the oranges, it's like, no, I mean, I bet they don't get sick a lot, you know? So, you know, it's like,
right.
That is pure, especially if you're going to say that it's the way that it is, dude, it's like, that is such a purity of I almost said THC, of vitamin C, you know, yeah, but THC oranges,
yeah.
That's next week. So no,
I'm not kidding. Probably 3 oranges, you could have filled a cup of fresh orange juice, like a cup,
like a legit. Whenever you see on the commercials and stuff, and one of them doing that, yeah,
you could have probably. I'm not kidding. You could have probably almost filled this.
Holy shit!
3 oranges. They were busty bitches. But so just even that, where, not saying that Haley takes anything for granted, but it was just the fact of it was stuff like that where it's like, babe, I would kill to have coffee time every morning in front of the gas fire pit and pick an orange and talk to the audience and hang out. Like, that's in the 70-degree morning weather when the dew or the fog's up and all this stuff and the sun's coming up. Oh man, how hard of a life for you. But no, it's just the fact of I don't live that. For somebody that's lived there for 33 years, that's just their normal. But that was where she was seeing that stuff through a different set of eyes and like what this would really be like.
Yeah.
And I found that to be kind of like beautiful in the fact of she really took the time to be like, because everything, any other time she's like, it's just California. But when you see somebody winning and doing a bucket list or something like that, when they're just cheesing over the things that you just do every single day.
Yeah.
That would make you look at things different. Oh, yeah, I guess the Hollywood sign is cool. Oh, I guess the Chinese theater. We went to the Chinese theater. They were setting up doing some red carpet event for Wonder Man for that new show or whatever.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah.
But like, she was just like, oh, yeah, they're setting something up for the red carpet. Like, it's just normal for her. But I'm over here like, man, I don't even know what this show is. Like,
I mean, people were losing their minds when they were filming Spider-Man 3 in Cleveland.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because it was kind of, I mean, there was that, but then there was also like they shot Winter Soldier. I mean, like, so like Cleveland does have, you know, plenty of times that movies get shot, but nowhere near with what it's like out there, man. I mean, like, it's just that stuff is so consistent. I mean, especially like when you know for a fact that you're like think of this, like you were in the same area. If I'm not mistaken of it being the same studio, but whenever you see that studio shot of Jim Carrey in full Grinch, and then you see Eddie Murphy and his
Universal,
it's the fact it's like, holy shit,
we're going next time. It's like $100 for Universal. It was like an hour, like so it's right there in LA, but it's like an hour and a half from her.
Man, it makes me wonder if you like like what people you would see or like people that are in like hoods or whatever trying to hide.
Yeah.
Going from set to set, you know.
Where was it? It wasn't LA, but she said there is a suburb, if you will, like right off of LA, like 20 minutes, where she said this is where like famous people do things, not the super famous. So like she goes, this is where Smosh has their factory. This is where Rhett and Link have their factory. Like this is where it's this area right here.
Okay.
Now I didn't see them, but we like legit like drove past them.
Yeah. You were just in the same airspace as them. Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Where she's like, if we were to take this exit, right, there'll be these warehouses essentially. Like they're not like Rhett and Links, but like this is where they have them. And it's kind of a unanimous thing where like if you're not the super A-list actors, this is where you do everything else. First of all, it's still close to the city, but it's half the cost of all that stuff.
Yeah.
But
Especially
Burbank, I knew it was something like in Ohio, Burbank.
Okay. Yeah.
So Burbank, California. So it was just, that was really cool. Now, I'd like to go back to something that we talked about earlier, which you said like cost of living. Now, I am going to throw real numbers out there, but I'm actually really surprised at it. Housing is about the same cost.
Oh, wow.
Living.
Okay. So groceries, medicines, and
Groceries and medicines, no.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Surprisingly, what it is utilities, driving gas prices, and like natural gas. Dude, looking at certain homes. So like she gave me a number for her home and what it's going to sell for, and gave me an idea of like, and the fact of like, this is like a hometown compared to where she lives is like a Wadsworth, and then like her parents kind of live in like almost like a Copley Baths type of thing, like right next to her. Like,
okay,
like kind of how like housing and like good quality stuff, guys. I said, how big is this house? And she said, 2,000 or whatever. And I said, how much is it going to sell for after you remodeled? And she gave me a number. I was like, that's like what it goes for in Ohio. Now, for the same size house, you're paying utility wise 2,000 square feet. You're looking at probably roughly $800 to $1,000 collectively in utilities. It's like $3,000.
Damn.
Like
it's rough. Yeah.
She said that her natural gas price tripled this past year.
I do remember. Yeah, I do remember that conversation. Yeah.
And that gas prices are steadily at like $5, like driving gas prices. Food, like quote luxury items, are like on average like $1 more. Like I went to go get like beer. Maybe $1, $1.50 more for like a 12-pack or a 6-pack. I'm like, so again, the cost of living. Oh, and her property tax, fucking outrageous.
Yeah, so it's one of those like your mortgage may be
the
same, but everything else,
100%,
yeah,
100%.
Yeah. I mean, it's worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
So wait, keep in mind, Bakersfield is one of the lower costs of housing in California, and should not be using a full. Well, I understand that. I'm just saying in the fact of not living in Los Angeles or like Hollywood. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it's honestly just when you think of like, the standard living, because it's like, people that aren't, in movies or, different things. I mean, it's one of those that it's always made me wonder, it's almost kind of like the mentality of when you look at Kevin McAllister's house and you're like, what the hell did his dad do for a living?
Yeah.
Or like or also too, like nobody ever talks about,
what his mom did.
So I mean, it's obviously like there's more opportunities there for for different like business CEO stuff or like maybe like factory work or different things, but also too I mean it's weird that that's where a lot of starving artists go to start everything. Like where it's like because what was the joke that Troy Baker said was that he said that to become a voice actor, there's 3 things you need to do. 1, get a very good microphone. Number 2, move to LA where the opportunity is. And 3, wait for me and Nolan North to die. So, but the thing is, like voice actors are there. Like, again, like that's where motion capture is done. That's like, if I'm not mistaken, I think one of the 3 studios that they used to produce Death Stranding was based out of LA.
Oh, I'm sure, dude.
So, I mean,
Oh, I'm
all that
sure.
shit's there. It's so, I love it, dude. It's so cool.
It's such a different look, guys. And like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I know every state's different. I know everything, but like, it looks movie.
Yeah.
Like that I don't know how else to explain it. And so that being said is like, California is expensive. I think California is expensive if you make it expensive.
Oh, sure.
With the exception of like the cost of living and property tax. I think like even just at that, like, man, like our property tax here, guys, is like for like a home that me and Haley would get probably $2,000 for the year. It's like 10 for her in California.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's where the food and stuff is not bad. It's when you get these couple things, you're like, fuck, dude.
Right.
I'll spend an extra $1.50 for a 12-pack of beer. I'll spend a couple more bucks for, a dinner out at Bubba's restaurant compared to Applebee's. I'll do that every once in a while.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get fucked in my ass for thousands of dollars a month extra compared to what it is. No, thanks, man.
Well, you're talking about like when you would like go grab drinks or, because this is one of the things I was curious about is like, so like when it comes to like the area that you guys are in, like while you're there, is that what, like, were these stores within like walking distance? Was this no, hey, I'm just going to run down real quick. It's like a 5-minute walk. I mean, is it even safe to walk? I mean, I don't know, so.
LA and stuff where we stayed at the beach, walking distance for a lot of it. And depending on where you wanted to go for certain things. Where she was, it would be like if you lived here, but nothing was down there and we needed to go to like Wadsworth Circle K.
That's what I was kind of thinking. Yeah.
Like, not long, but you're not going to just put on your Nike Expresses and go to the store when at 11 o'clock at night because it's a nice night. Now you're driving or you're Ubering something like whatever. Like that is the thing is that California doesn't break up the same way that Ohio does with like townships and things. They have cities and that's it.
Yeah.
So like Bakersfield is broke up into kind of areas, not towns and cities. Like there's Oildale, like Royaldale or something like that. But like Bakersfield is 410,000 people. And then you go to LA and then you go to San Francisco and then you go to like, we have towns, guys. We have cities and we have towns. And then we have like, counties. Like they don't have counties like how we have like Medina County.
It almost seems like kind of like how they structure New York. Now I know this is kind of like a comic book thing, but it's almost like no, like in New York City you have a sector of it or a small portion of it that's known as Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
Where it's like, no, man, like you're going to Hell's Kitchen today, or whatever. So
basically the same thing. They have the same concept of like whether it's a real thing or they've just been like unanimously dubbed that, but like. It is weird because she's like, you'll just drive through Bakersfield for a while. And people don't realize that you're still in Bakersfield because even though you're over here in this section, it would almost be like if Wadsworth, Akron, and Farallon were like all together and weren't called those things.
That's
guys,
weird.
we're talking things that you guys don't understand, but like that's what it would be like for us. And all one like county and things like that. So, but no, so like it's big. Even like going to the bar, because she said something on one day. She's like, because we went out the one day and she picked up the tab for us for me, her and Jason the one night. And she's like, cheapest bar tab I've ever had, and it was like $35, right? But we had a couple beers and she had a drink, and I was like, and I thought about that because then we did go out and she ordered when we were in Los Angeles. And she's like, I need 2 Patron and Sprites. And we get the bill, and after a tip, it was like $50. And she was like, see, and I'm like, you also ordered Patron.
Well, right, yeah.
And she went, fair.
Yeah.
And I was like, it is probably still more expensive than it would have been in our home bar. But even like the Patron even there was cheaper. But I was like, hun, you're ordering high dollar liquor at that.
Yeah.
If you had got 2 McUltras and an 1800, it'd have been like 27.
It's a different story for sure. Yeah.
So again, it depends on that cost for you when it comes to things like that. So I argue the amount that you spend to being broke to what you can do, you do it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want to go and have a good time, that's what I'm saying. I had an allotted amount of money that I was just going to piss away.
Yeah. Right. It's a vacation fund.
Vacation. Yeah. It was for experiences, man. I spent money. Yeah, I did spend $90 at Bubba Gumps for our food.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, it was huge. Dude, we ordered 2 platters, 2 appetizers. One of them was the calamari. Dude, it was a plate. Damn near like they load nachos like a fucking triangle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was okay with paying that.
Yeah,
that's why she was like, I'll buy drinks. I'm like, fine, whatever. But
well,
like
again, you're getting the true bang for your buck.
Correct.
Yeah.
But we were in a spot where everything was decorated that way. Our waiter came over after the other waiter was helping him because he was being nice because he was busy, but then gave us Forrest Gump trivia before we got the check. Like it was like,
oh wow,
it was cool, man. So like that's what I'm saying. Would I go spend $90 every night at Bubba Gump? No. But I did once because it was fun. It was something to go do. It was something to experience. I got to see the ocean while I ate my calamari.
See, that's cool. Yeah.
At the Santa Monica Pier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So again, going broke would be kind of on you when it comes to that stuff. But California in a whole, man, to kind of wrap this up, like this bucket list, this thing, this vacation, this everything was everything and more that I've ever wanted. The touching back, that's why I talked about this earlier, the horrible flying aspect of things made it worth it, dude.
Yeah.
I would do it again. I don't want to, but
right.
I would do it again.
Well, I think it's one of those that for a fact that it's like, not that I think that you had any doubt that it would be worth it, but it's one of those that it's like, until you do it, you don't know. Until you experience the things that you do that are normal, and it's like flying is just, it's one of those things that the way that, my buddy Don has always said it was that he was like, no, man, he's like, flying for me is that when people say, how was your flight? He's like, boring, just the way I like it.
Yep.
So he's like, I was bored out of my mind and couldn't wait to land. And for no other reason besides I just wanted to get up and walk around.
Yep.
And do something, so.
Man, and if the dude fucking next to me on the first flight would fucking look. I know that I am not whatever as far as an everyday flyer. But read the room, dude. We've landed in LAX after being in the air for like 5 hours.
Uh-huh.
The second time. The guy next to me is the aisle. I'm in the middle. Mm-hmm. Mind you, remember hey man, I hate to do it, but I got to piss.
Yeah.
We are landed. Everybody's on phones. 60 people are standing in line, grabbed bags. Dude, still sitting there.
Uh-huh.
Get the fuck up.
Yep.
I am 6'3" and in a small fucking tube. Stand up, dude.
It's one of those that whenever I am in the aisle seat, I make sure that I am not that person.
Immediately stand.
Yeah.
Me and the dude next to it, I've started even just doing this thing, like leaning up, like, look at what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Look at all the other people. Just because the pilot said, clearly it doesn't matter when all these people are already standing that the pilot didn't say, go ahead and unbuckle. We haven't moved in 3 minutes.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Our phones are off of airplane mode, dude. I've successally sent 2 text messages.
Well, we are peopling just fine. Yeah. So,
bro, it was, it was just, and I'm over there sitting there. Oh my God, I'm going to crash out. And that's going to be the time when I go, well, if you don't fucking, is that Riker Road?
Yeah, that is the only time that we will get recognized in public. Yeah.
Didn't get spotted one time. And any time out there, that had been the one time that I'd be like, I think that's Eric from Riker Road freaking out on some dude.
See, if this is a testament, you were in one of the most famous places on Earth, and did
Yeah.
not get recognized.
Yeah.
We're not famous, guys.
Now, one person knew who the fuck I was.
we're not famous.
Either time, going there or coming back. The only time somebody knew who I was when they said, "Hey, that's a cool tattoo."
Speaking of
Yeah.
which, I don't know how, but if you want to stand up on the couch or whatever,
I'll try.
so we'll see if we can get a good shot of it. So
Let me also say something. I went to go. Okay, well, I need to calm down.
you're angry about the tattoo?
No,
That was
but I said, "Hey, man, Haley's got this really good tattoo artist. Always heard about him."
Mm-hmm.
So she said, "Well, since you didn't," I was like, "I didn't spend enough on these souvenirs. Like, I have this much money left to like spend on dumb shit, right?"
yeah.
And she went, "Okay." Because I was gonna try and get a tattoo in Hollywood, like actually, like in Hollywood, like
Yeah.
just get like some little bullshit, like a shop minimum thing.
Sure, yeah.
But so she was like, "Bet." So she goes, "Well, what do you want?" And I said, "Honestly, man, I've seen your guys' work. I just want dealer's choice, artist choice." And she went, "Oh, he's gonna love that."
Okay, yeah.
So we get there, and I said, "Hey, man, I know Sherry said," but he was like, "Do you have anything?" I was like, "I just don't like, like dragons or like spiders, And like I even told her, he could have given me a dragon spider. It would have still been like, I got this is a souvenir.
That's different. Yeah.
But I gave him some ideas, and he said, "I like to do portrait work, faces, and realism. Is that cool?" And I said, "Bet." So he's in his phone searching for a little while. Guys, I did not get a portrait of Haley. I immediately send the stencil to Rage, and he goes, "Are those Haley's eyes?" And I went, "No."
It's just what the artist wanted to do. Yeah.
And so a couple minutes goes by, and he goes, "Dog, those are Haley's eyebrows." And I'm like, "Okay, like maybe, like, all right." I send this to Kyle. Halfway through, and he goes, "Who is that?" I'm like, "Hey, I don't know. It's just so then I get back, and everybody's like, "What did you get? I'm in the car. I'm getting picked up at midnight." And he goes, "Son, did you really get a portrait of Haley?" I'm like, "It's not Haley. Like, it's not Haley." Okay, look, guys, look.
I'm gonna let him get all fashioned up here. So let's see if you can. Yep, there you go. So Spotify, you guys are gonna be able to see this. If you want to see his tattoo, you'll have to jump over to YouTube. But yeah, I think it's more so. I wouldn't say that it like now that it's like it's done and I can see it in person. I don't see Haley. I would say that it's one of those. It's like no, like you have like it's got feminine features that match what she has. You know what I mean?
Right. It's the eyes and the eyebrows, and because that's actually her real eyebrows. Like she doesn't do it like tattooed or nothing. But what I said is I figured out.
So get your mic over to you.
I figured out what this actually looks like. I couldn't put my finger on it. This has a very the Lost Boys vampire, like how their features, like the nose,
it does.
And, you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
like a kind of like sexy Victorian almost. So that was also the thing was this is done, but it's not done. Because he was like, "I'll make sure it's finished, but you can like add more if you wanted." So he left it open to where like anybody else or himself. But he even said, when I go back in March, guys, I was like, "Well, I'm just going to let you have this whole leg." So that was actually another bucket list, guys, is that getting a portrait or a realism tattoo is something I've always wanted to get. So I killed another bucket list in California.
Yeah.
But I told him he can have this whole leg now. When I go back, I'm just going to get a piece blasted every time.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Cool." He goes, he's like, "Do you like horror movies?" And he hadn't really like seen him. I was like, yeah. He goes, "Then I think if you don't mind, I'd like to put on the front, I'm assuming on my shin." He's like, "I want to do Bram Stoker's Dracula."
Oh my God, that's cool.
So he was like, and then we can even kind of give her more of a like Victorian Gothic look. And then maybe he wants to do more of like that glossy blood on her lips. And then maybe even give her like some horns or something like that to kind of like blend it. But he wants to like, I don't know if he's going to do all vampires on me or if that's just kind of the theme right there, if he's going to do other things. But I'm gonna have him like guys, like not to be gross, but like all the way up like inner thigh, like do the whole leg sleeve.
Even butt cheek?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'll have him do. I mean, if he wants, but like at least like to where my like that thing where you pull up and show like all your thigh and stuff. But
And Joe is here. What's up, buddy?
hey, what's up, man?
Let's say I don't know if you've been able to see it yet, but I got your hat on, so
Representing.
doing my thing.
But
Representing.
she got a tattoo as well. She got a little Harry Potter potion jar on her on the side shin.
Oh, that's cool.
So we both got a tattoo. But then, guys, I'm actually really excited about something. So stay tuned for this and to keep a lookout. When I go back, Rage and I are actually doing something together. He's Joe, her tattoo artist, is actually really excited to do this because I talked to him when I was there, and he goes, "I actually just got a bunch of new colors, blacklight ink."
Oh God, yeah.
So the plan is, all right, guys, I'm gonna get the Marauders Matt footprints tattooed on my forehead, and he wants to put Mischief Managed over my eyebrow in blacklight ink.
So you won't be able to see it in daytime at all.
At all. He
Really?
said, because he got different colors now other than regular. He said when you get into like the greens, the pinks, the purples, he said it looks like super faint highlighter. He's like super easy to cover up, but he said he's like you won't be able to see it.
Yeah.
But Rage is gonna get the Lord of the Rings sword. So we're both gonna have a traditional like what do you call that, like spiritual kind of experience with each other when we go back. We're gonna get our faces tattooed. You can't see him, guys.
What's crazy? So I think it's awesome is that the Marauders map, that's genius because it only shows up in black light. However, if he's getting Sting, that sword, that's wonderful because that only glows when orcs are near. So it's like a sword that only glows at certain points.
I forget what he said.
That's
he
genius if that's what it is. So but yeah, that's awesome as hell.
No, Kyle does not have any tattoos.
No, I don't know what I will do. I've got ideas, but I'm spending money in other places. So I've been spending money in other places for a long time.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
But yeah. So.
But no, so we have that like ritual that we are both getting ready to do in March. Again, like I said, guys, I'm aware that's like your face, but that's why I said you can't see it, and but I think that I've actually always wanted something like that, like just because of that kind of like more ritual style thing. Because I will be blacking some parts out of me.
Ricky Bay just became a member. Thank you so much.
Thank you. But no, so that, like I said, to wrap up a little bit, guys, that's the thing I'm looking forward to. California was, like I said, it was incredible. If you guys do get a chance, go. Whether it's like you're passing through, you got a couple of days. If you manage to do it, also try and stay a night in Los Angeles. Get to do the things. Be in the Los Angeles traffic. Go in the weekday though. Go see. We got lucky. We went through the weekday, but it was a lot of fun. You will find yourself somewhere at some point in time in California and Los Angeles going, I've seen this on TV. I've seen this in a video game. I've been like, it's going to happen, dude. But all in all, 10 out of 10. And I can't thank my girl enough for being a great tour guide, making me feel welcome, just making it stress free.
Yeah.
I slept so good.
Dude, that's actually what I was really, really hoping. You got good rest, but you did a lot,
I did, and that's it. That's exactly what it was. Did a lot, got good rest, met the fam, did all the things, and just had a lot of fun. Spent too much money and ate too much.
Perfect. That's
perfect.
exactly how it should be, man.
Yep, spent money on experiences.
Yeah,
and a permanent souvenir. So.
Dude,
it's not Haley. It's not Haley.
Dude, I'm ultra proud of you, and just Haley, I can't thank you enough for just taking care of my brother and just just everything. And I can't say it enough, man. We've got the best girls on the planet, man. It's so fucking cool. But Nikki, as far as you join in, just so you know, that being a member and that anyone else that is a member or wants to join or is considering it at some point, you do get members exclusive content. So again, if you're listening on Spotify and if you want some more content every week, make sure you hop over to YouTube and you can do that. It's 99 cents a month. So, but we can't thank you enough for hanging out with us and just geeking out about just fun vacation stuff. Because I know some people could look at that and go, "Oh, what's so special?" It's like, nah, man. Vacations for us are cool.
Yeah,
when they happen, they're fucking dope.
This is up there for the Vegas and Ireland's and stuff for me, man. Like I know it sounds, but like that's what it was for me. So
yeah, man.
Yeah,
it's just so good. So, but I think that we're good to wrap it up, man.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. Well, hey, we love you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we will see you next week. We love you. Adios.